Hi, I'm going to teach you today how to make a really nice butternut squash soup. You can actually do this with any type of squash, really, minus spaghetti squash. I don't do it with that, but you can pretty much do it with, squash. You could do it with sweet potato. And first thing I do is I obviously will roast up a spaghetti or a butternut squash. I already went ahead and roasted it. So this is already finished. I take a little bit of coconut oil from Trader Joe's is my favorite. I'll take one of these nice little brushers, and I will brush the top of it prior to baking it. I baked this at 450 degrees for about an hour, and so it came out really nice and caramelized looking. And what I will do then is I will kind of just slice it up into quarters like so. I let it cool first too. This has been cooled. And so it kind of breaks off. And then you can just easily kind of peel it out and throw it. Here's my blender. I have a Ninja. And you just kind of will peel it off and throw it into your blender. See, it just all kind of really peels off really nicely. But for time purposes, we'll just go ahead and we'll just kind of say that we already peeled it all and added it to the blender. So the next thing that I do is I will season. I typically use like a pink Himalayan salt, some pepper. I also like Flavor God brand. This is an everything seasoning. I'll sometimes add some of this. I also will add a chicken stock. This is an all-natural. They have organic, free-range. Typically, I get a lower sodium. This one, though, they didn't have any low sodium, actually, when I went to the store, so I had to get this kind, but either or. And you'll just basically add as much liquid as you want to your mixture, depending on how thin you want your soup, or maybe you want it a little bit thicker. I will also sometimes add... and I follow usually a paleo diet. So I will either add some butter, or you can add, I think it's pronounced ghee, G-H-E-E. And you can add that in there. You could even add a little bit more coconut oil if you wanted. You can play around with whatever you kind of want to add. Maybe you like dairy, so you could add in, a little bit of skim milk or whatever you want. But I do use, obviously, the chicken stock. I would recommend that. And then you just basically add everything into the blender and then just puree it in your blender. Typically, I find one whole butternut squash, at least, typically makes about a couple servings. And then I like to add some grilled chicken. You could add pretty much anything you'd want meat-wise. I put it right on top after it's all nicely put together in the soup, put in a bowl, and that's actually how I make my butternut squash soup. So enjoy!